Shot from in close, no good.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second guess your shot. You've had 3 wide open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
A drive by Brown, but he can't finish. And counted at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Right.
Driving right to the basket. Griffin. Add 2 points to the board.
Man, he barely got that one off before the shot clock expired.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Has a look. Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
Oh, the defense has to be so deflated on this one. You played great D for 23 seconds.
It goes down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Jackson. Stepping in for the Warriors. Number 25, Jakob Poeltl.
And Draymond Green throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Kelly Oubre with the finish at the rim. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Good. Off a spin.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. A big finish at the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Draymond Green pins it. Hustle pays off. They've got the possession. It's Golden State basketball. Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Green. Draymond Green. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
You don't want it. Chop. Here we go. Double team. Double team.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here's a chance from long range. Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Whoa, what a finish.
Finally, finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Curling inside. And a nice finish at the rim. Straight on three. At the buzzer. Three at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as
Substitutions, Golden State.
right now the Pistons have the basketball.
Pick it up. Rotate.
Fires the three. He got it off in time, but that shot no good. The follow won't go either. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Make it hard on them. That needs it. Keep him. Double team. Here we go. Double.
Beyond the arc for three. Had to force that one, but it's no good. Shot from the lane won't go.
Watch cutter. On the other side.
Fires the three. Had to rush that one, and it's no good. Gets a look. Can't hit. Jackson with it. Down a bundle. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Jackson with it. His guys down big. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Drummond. Short jumper won't fall.
And I love when great coaches make their players play these games. Pop does it with the Spurs all the time. He doesn't want their players to see 24 seconds on the shot clock. He wants his players to see, let's get 24 stops in a row.
Make it tough on him.
4-3. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Count the basket inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Pick up. Oh, yeah, let's double shot. Yep. Double.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
Knocked loose. Screen coming.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Lets it fly from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Pistons ball here. Nothing going here on that drive. The pass set it all up.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Andre Drummond tips it. Brown into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Warriors come up with it. Count it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Got it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Draymond Green swats it. Warriors have the basketball.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
From long range. Had to force that one, but it's no good. It was right there. Another follow. Still no good. The big fella, Andre Drummond. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
I'm here. I'm here. Hands up. We got him. We got him. Shot call. Shot call. Screen right. Screen right. Screen right.
Oh, he had it. Got a piece.
Hey, switch. I got him.
For three, had to rush that one, and it's no good.
Here we go. My ball. My ball. Double team. Double team. Double team. Pick it up. Pick it up.
The drive, right to the basket, down the lane to lay it in.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Count the basket at the rim.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Jackson with it. He'll run the offense.
There you go. Watch my guy still right here. Right here.
Here comes the screen.
I got him. Here we go.
Blocked away. Draymond Green snatching it out of the air. Off the mark.
And I tip my hat to the defense on this one. Defenders can apply a lot of pressure, but so can the shot clock.
I got him. I got him. Trap.
Lays it up and in. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. and he'll head to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Nope, first one does not go. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. And scores. Strong take.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
Knocked loose. Wide open look, won't go. Short jumper stays out. Going to launch beyond the arc. He got it off in time, but that shot no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Pistons have it. Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go. Nice pass to set things up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Jackson. That misses with 3 seconds left. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. The Warriors enjoying some breathing room right now. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter. And Jay, no surprise, the defending champs in complete control.
Ed, we call that first-class problems. Just too many weapons, and the rich keep getting richer. When you have 5 All-Stars on one team and then an NBA Finals MVP as well, that's a good problem, man.
Count the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul. But take it when you can get it.
It's Detroit's ball. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, he's shaking his head. The guilty party. He knows it's better to be lucky than good.
Or he knows it was just a really bad shot that just happened to go in. But sometimes when the basketball heavens drop a gift in your lap, you take it.
And Stephen Curry, the fastest release in the NBA, hits the 3. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that
finish at the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Fires the 3. Had to force that one, but it's no good. It's That's a big finish. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Warriors basketball. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
I got ball. This is all me.
Almost unlucky bounce.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
Short jumper off the mark.
Oh, yeah. It's me and you. Me and you.
Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Offensive rebound, Draymond Green. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Tough make through traffic.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. And the finish, slam dunk. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Nice pass to get things going.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And scores.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Jackson with it. Down a bundle. And the rebound belongs to Golden State. Curry gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they win this one in blowout.